Hello and welcome to the Naked Englishman podcast. I'm Richard Vobes. It's the 13th of May 2021, 6 minutes past 7. It's a bit of a miserable day. We're supposed to be going out to meet up with Matthew Holdsworth and do some videoing on the Greensand Way up towards Buckland, Dorking and Surrey Way, that sort of thing. But we cancelled it because it's raining. So I've just been catching up with various bits and bobs, and for some reason I can't remember. I always seem to be making cups of coffee or tea when I do these. Cheers. Bold Explorer mug notice. They are available in the shop, by the way. boldexplorer.com. I record every day a podcast called The Naked Englishman on my recorder, my little handy recorder. It's a podcast. Now some of you probably know it and some of you probably never heard about it, and I thought I'd just spend a couple of moments telling you what it is. I record The Naked Englishman podcast, which is a stripped down. It's called Naked Englishman not because I'm naked when I record it, but because it's a non-thrills thing. It's a naked podcast. It has no music and effects and production value at all, and it's quite boring and dull, but some people seem to like it. I don't know. Englishman because obviously I'm English. No. And it is just behind the scenes, if you like, of me and my life. I often say it's the diary of my life, or the behind the scenes of a YouTube creator. Sometimes it can be informative, sometimes it can be a bit navel gazing, sometimes I get a bit down, sometimes I'm more uplifted, and so it's a sort of personal account of my life. Sometimes I'm philosophical and sometimes I'm having a rant, and the last 12 months has been having quite a few rants at the COVID lockdown situation. For me, it's therapy. I just get stuff off my chest. So, but I do that every day. I've been doing it since 2006. I started the Vobes Show podcast in 2005 when I was the 4th UK podcaster. Podcasting started in America in 2004, and then I sort of came up with an idea of doing something similar. I didn't know it was called podcasting at the time, and I discovered that there was this thing, and recording like a radio show on an MP3 so people could listen as they go to work. That's how I thought of it, and it was a thing, and I didn't realise, and I was the 4th person in the UK doing it, and then of course it's exploded and lots of people are doing podcasts and businesses and all of that, and it was a very showy thing with music and effects and great fun. But I was aware that people might wanted to know about the person behind the podcast, so I thought I would do a stripped down version without the bells and whistles, hence The Naked Englishman. And I've been doing it ever since. It's a bit like a Peep's Diary in a way, but an audio version. So over 10 years now, what it is. We're 21, aren't we? I started in 2006. So 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, 15 years, blimey, 15 years I've been. And it's covered things like my eye being missing, when my son had a brain hemorrhage, and also when my father had dementia. I was covering all these things in my life, and so major things, but loads of trivial nonsense as well. And I just thought I'd share that with you, in case you didn't know about it. But being on my own, and that's what this series of videos is about. It's one of those things. It's, as I say, it's like therapy. So it helps me in the morning get off some of the worries and moans and stresses. I dump them on The Naked Englishman. I upload it, then I forget about it. So it's just something that I do, and I think now that I am on my own, it's become, in a way, it's something to grasp and dump those worries, because I'm sure we all have them. I wanted to show you this. Here we go. Look at this. This is a pot that was given to me by one of my viewers. It's got on here, I don't know if you can see it, it says specifically made for the Essie cooker, which is what I'm sitting next to, my Essie, which I love, my wood burning range. And this is a pot that one of my viewers, Paul Rampton, very kindly, it was in his, I think it was in his parents' house or his uncle's house, I can't remember exactly the story, and he found it, didn't know what to do with it. They had a range of some description. It's made by a company called Holcroft, and it contains 2 pints. It's a bit rusted on the inside, but it's a lovely little thing. They had a range, but it wasn't an Essie, and I've got an Essie, and he no longer has it now, and he thought he would give it to me, and I think it's just lovely, so I keep it. I mean, I thought, you know, could dangle it up and with my other pots and pans, but I actually keep it now on the Essie. I have to take it off when the Essie is lit, but when it's not lit, it's got a new home. It's lovely. I love it. So, come and have a look at the bathroom. So, I grant you that it is a bit of a mess, and I you know, but if you remember, it was pink. The last time I was in here, the walls were pink. That's because I painted the walls in the colours on the front of the house when I painted the front of the house pink, because my wife at the time was keen on purple or a mauve colour. And we did paint it mauve, but it was sort of, the paint was never really that mauve, and it sort of went pink. And I painted these walls the same colour, and they went pink as well. It's a bit weird. But I've now painted it cream. Okay, it's lighter, it's brighter, it's cleaner. It's still a mess, really, and I need to get rid of, there's just tat in this house. So much tat, there's so much junk. I've just not been able to go down to the dump, and since having the van, it's not registered to go down to the dump, so I need to do that and get that registered so I can take that. But really and truly, I think what I'm going to do is try and hire one of these guys with a truck, because I got so much, I don't know how much it will cost, but one of these people who sort of hump and dump, you know. My shed is full of stuff, up here is full of stuff, and I just need to get rid of all of it and just pare down a lot more so that I can get in. But yeah, at least I have painted that. I'm, you know, part of this living alone thing was showing some of the stuff that goes on whilst I'm not making my videos, which it's not a lot of time because I'm so busy with all the content and stuff, but is to, you know, show the progress with the house. So this is one of the things that's been going on. So it's a bit rough, but one day I'll skim it all and do it properly, but I just need to make it a little bit nicer for now. Of course, I very much like the finished studio. I think this has been a success, actually. Still got to do stuff on the other side, which I've been telling you about, and I've got to do something about the sound in here, the acoustics, because the walls are pretty bare on all the other walls, and so the sound is just bouncing about and it sounds empty when I do the show. So I've got to do something about that, maybe get a carpet or something and hang them from the walls, things like that, or duvets or something, just to deaden the sound, although I don't really want to see them in the show. But I'm pleased with the background. That all looks very nice, except that my on-air sign, if I move over here, look, that one there, it keeps, it's got intermittent problems. It doesn't last very long. It keeps going off, which is a shame, during the show. So it's just this end up with this blank panel. But I like my Revox, which I used to record stuff on many years ago. It's as old as the hills. It doesn't work, unfortunately, but it's there. It's a nice piece of show. Good bit of background, all the books and stuff. So it's sort of, my world is represented in the background of the studio. So this is where I do my Sunday chat, which you'll know if you're a regular viewer. I come in here and do that, and of course I do the Vobes show, hence the neon at the back there. They've been really good. They sort of helped bring it up. So this has been, I'm very pleased. This has been very successful. I do enjoy it. It's much more spacious for when Julia comes in and does the Monday show, as she does. And I'm hoping that once we get a bit more established, we can have some guests in the live show, some cameras over this way, and build up that. That's the next thing I've got to do. So watch this space. I shall be doing more of that and building up the studio in that side of the room. But in the meantime, at the moment, it's just fairly open. But it's been a good project, definitely. Well, I have yet to sort out the back room, which was the old studio. That's still a mess. And I have yet then to move what is my office, which is a mess at the moment, my editing and my office desk, into the back room, and then turn this into a front room so that people can come, have cups of tea and cake, which is one of the ideas that I had that I thought would be quite fun, is to invite people over for cake and what have you. So probably be a month or so before I get round to that, but that's the plan. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it for this video of living alone, trying to do up the house, etc, etc. A little behind the scenes really, isn't it, of the Bald Explorer. The weather has been a bit damp, I suppose, is the thing. I was supposed to be going up to Surrey to meet Matthew Holdsworth and do more of the Green Sand Way, but that's not happened today. But we're hoping next Thursday will be good. So, but anyway, I'm hoping the weather will improve and I can get out and do more videos out and about. So thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to follow, like and subscribe and all the usual. Become a patron, support what I do, blah, blah, blah. And I will see you on the next one. Take care. Bye for now. Bye-bye. Another cup of tea? Why not? Somebody put the kettle on, will you?